Hello and happy Monday and happy early Halloween because we will not be streaming on Halloween. So instead, you get to watch me have a goofy mask and Anita have an amazing mask.
Yeah.
And they both managed wearing it the entire time.
No, they have not. They have absolutely not. I mean,
that's not what we said earlier.
Happy Diwali for those who celebrate. Yay.
Oh, excuse you. Happy Diwali. Sorry, my cat is intent on taking down my... Hello, here's my executioner cat as well. He's just for the part.
How many had to kill?
He has killed no things because he's the sweetest thing in the world. Anyway, trying to get back to announcements. Thank you so much for being here for our 4th episode of Task Team M. We'll go through and let everybody introduce themselves. But before we do that, I will let Anita know that thank you for coming in a festive outfit, that being the mask. So you'll have a D6 inspiration that does not expire tonight. So you don't have to use it tonight. You can use it whenever you'd like. But that is especially for you. And from there, we'll just go through our introductions. So I'm Foozca. I'm the DM. I'm dressed as an executioner right now, but that's not what I'm going to do to my players. I promise.
Could be. You don't know.
I mean, it's a commentary. I think of what's about to happen. Yeah.
Don't believe her.
It's everything's fine. Don't worry about it. So I will pass it off to Vogly, my girl Vogly. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hey everybody, how you doing? I'm Vogly or Vogelstadl. I play Helkatla, the Paladino that loves to hug everything, apparently, and cannot see in the dark, which is going to be great. All right, I'm gonna pass it off to my big brother Nenars.
Okay, I'm Nenners. I used to play Argos, the dope sorcerer who I'm going to sorely miss and cannot play again. And I'm currently playing Merp, a very interesting kobold artificer who has a speech impediment of a kind, but is currently making a very quick friend with Bert, and I'm very excited about that. For the Bert and Merp spin-off later on. But anywho, maybe we get hired as like sewage cleaners or something and just have adventures underneath about the Q&A. Anyway, cool. That all being said, I'm going to pass it off to the lovely Joe, my fellow IT worker and victim.
It says IT professional on my email stamp, but I don't know how professional I am. I was gonna say my business card. I don't have those anymore. Not that they took them away. I'm not in sales, so I don't need business cards anymore.
It's also who are you talking to face anymore too, right?
I don't know, users.
I keep forgetting you're not working home. Anyway, I'm sorry.
No, I work in a building.
He sees people.
I drive a whole 8 minutes to work every day.
Wow.
It's
a super great commute. We're not talking about D&D anymore. Let's talk about D&D again. Yep. I'm Joe. I work in IT in an office building 8 minutes away from my home. We all have learned this. But here, I'm just me playing, not me, I play Noel. He's a Minotaur. He's real tall, but not the tallest guy here. We'll talk about him in a minute, because that's who I'll pass it to. I just decided. But in the meantime, he's got more brains in his head than he does on paper, and he wants to just learn and experience and go along for this crazy adventure ride. I also can't see in the dark, so we're gonna be blind together. Hakatla and I, and it'll be great. It will be great. I saw you post pronouns in the chat. I'm straight white guy, so I'm still adjusting to pronouns, but I'm all for them. I'm not against them. I'm just new. So I'm he, him. And in the chat, I'm Microcosmic God, because of course I am. So that's me rambling for a long time. We'll go to Kit.
All right, thank you for that. Hi, call me Kit. I'm the guy without the camera. Once again, I play Bert, the extremely large human being.
I misheard that as bean for some reason, so I just imagined you as a big old lima bean with an axe. But carry on.
Is that a crack at me being Mexican here or what? Okay.
Yeah, no!
That would have been a jumping bean.
Okay.
Yeah. Lima beans, I feel like are anyway. Continue.
Okay,
I
yeah,
need to pull myself out of that before I say
he's
something
a very large human being. He is just a very, very simple man. He is driven by, the desire to eat, the desire to fight, and the desire to have money, right? He left the farm as a young man to seek his fortune, right? Comes from a very big family. Yeah, I don't know what else to say about this guy. He's a weird dude. Okay, I'm gonna pass it off to the lovely Anita here.
Hey, what's good, everybody? Anita's in the house. Oh gosh, somebody said pronouns in the chat. So, Anita uses she, her pronouns. That she like the better her pronouns. And the character that I'm playing, Karen Mwagali, she uses she, her pronouns. And she's a cat lady. She's a sand cat tabaxi. She likes to go very, very fast. She jumps and lands from very high places, and she doesn't take damage. And I cannot see in this festive mask, but it's worth it for a D6. For a D6, I'd wear so many things for a D6. And with that, I will pass it off to the lovely, the talented, the one who has made all of this possible. Her name is on the channel that you're watching right now. Truly the star of the show in a absolutely disrespectful costume. I will have to say, like, uncalled for. Absolutely unhinged. And we love you for it. Foozca, take it away. Let's go.
What's up? Thank you very much for that. It was only after I put it on that I realized probably should have dressed as an executioner as the DM. Probably not a good look, but here I am. So we will get started with our recap, and then we will hop back into this lovely adventure as I get called out for trauma. But we're good. Don't worry about it. Everything's fine.
Are we?
You know what you did.
It's the costume. I'm sorry.
So, starting kind of from the beginning a little bit, this team has been called together by a general goods store owner who has just been kind of worried about a particular part in the city. And sending them off to a specific location, they decided to go investigate and see if they could find anything that was amiss between rats and dreams that they were told seems to be the problem. But coming to this area, they spotted a few rats and then got into a skirmish on the roof with some rats, but mostly with one larger humanoid rat who seemed to be able to speak and kind of acknowledge them, but then sort of initiated the combat, we'll say. But you guys made very short work of pretty much all my rats, nearly murdered my big boy rat, but he managed to escape by the skin of his teeth. And with the use of like one last potion that helped him out. But having escaped, the group had thankfully a hunter's mark on him and was able to kind of track him down with expertise. But on the way over, the group kind of changed a little bit. We lost the Duergar uncle and nephew pairing, as something bigger called them. And soon after, we were joined by a cobalt tinkerer of some kind who says his name like a Pokemon, basically. So his name is Merp, and he's great. But Nenners is back on his Cobalt character. But pressing onward, the team found a home where it seemed two people were sleeping in a bed, but the group magically, thanks to Pass Without a Trace, was able to sneak into the house and investigate as the survival checks for tracking the large humanoid rat was leading them in this direction. But they eventually found what seemed to have been a magic hole in another room in this same house. And seeing that it was sort of magically darkened and not knowing what was beneath, they kind of cautiously investigated. And the team kind of started crawling down what seemed to have been a very, very long tube of some kind. Bricked and mortared, interestingly enough, but still kind of a straight down chute of some kind. And managing with either monk-like abilities or a spider climb or being able to climb naturally, whatever it may have been, the entire group descended, in which there was yet again another way of descending as the tube ended, and simply a giant, about 30-foot, 40-foot gap remained between the ceiling and the ground. But in colorful ways, everyone managed to get down, with the exception of Bert, who is spider climbed at the moment and can crawl along the walls if necessary. But catching up with the group, at the moment, you guys find yourself on a platform that's a little bit raised in comparison to the rest of the room. But there seem to be sort of channels of water that are running beside this entire team, and even kind of down the walls, which seems very perplexing, as the wall just seems to connect to the ceiling, but water seems to be coming out from the seam that connects the two, almost out of nowhere. But with some natives in this area, you guys are able to recognize that this water is undoubtedly from the Infinite, the magical oasis that never seems to drain. But for some reason, it is all around you at the moment in this almost sewer system, but not sewers at all, simply clean water environment. And staying in that space for a little bit of time, you guys were also able to recognize that there seemed to be cloaked rats of some kind running along the walls and running through the water. They seem to be invisible. However, the water running around them or in their direction seems to kind of make them a little more visible to you. But they don't seem to even acknowledge the water. They don't seem to be swimming in it or kind of pulled by the current. They just all seem to be running. And they all seem to be running in the same direction. So with that, we are picking up with the group on this pedestal, sort of observing all of this around them. And with that, I'll just do my inspiration reminders. Anita, you have yours, your D6 that does not expire tonight. The two who have D20s that expire tonight would be Nenners and Kit. So congratulations, the two of you have your inspiration. Feel free to roll them whenever you would like. And I saw the first half of you listening to Merp in the morning. I got lost a little after that. But we are going to pick up with the group here, and I will also take off this mask because it is driving me nuts. So, okay, here we go. And
you're free.
I am free. My face was really squished. I also noticed that, like, without the mask, I have a very round face. So with that, I'm an executioner. But with this, I'm like, hi guys, it's me, Foos. Welcome.
Really? You look like Sorcerer Foos.
I just feel like all the intimidation is gone, which I'm fine with. I'm totally okay with this.
I could not see anything with that mask on. Was like barely working at 20% vision. So
oh boy,
yeah.
Would have been very hilarious to try and manipulate Roll20 during combat with that. So
look, if you can't roll, you can't.
One round, please. One round.
Oh my god! No, don't do that to her. Oh gosh.
She does not deserve that.
With our wonderful smiles, we are picking up with the group in this situation. Bert, you are on your way out of the like sort of tube that was above everybody. I didn't want to have you do anything until today, just so we didn't like have you do some shit. So you are welcome to climb down and navigate the ceiling/walls if you would like. But the rest of the team is here.
Yeah. So what you guys see basically is him just popping his head out of the hole, like looking around. And then you start seeing him crawling along the wall, kind of like that.
Okay.
And as you start kind of climbing along the ceiling, no problems at all. But it is a little alarming, and it also just speaks to the integrity of that spell, that this enormous man is thankfully suspended on the ceiling as he kind of walks around up there. But when you get towards the walls, you can feel the rush and the coolness of the water. Mm-hmm. But the rats still don't seem to acknowledge you at all, and they seem to just kind of run past you. Would you like to still use the wall to climb down?
Yes.
Okay. Roll for me a wisdom saving throw.
Oh my. Okay. How wise is big man? Next question.
I don't know.
He is not wise at all. Okay. Wisdom saving throw. Okay. Mm-hmm. Can I use Quindora or no?
No. Okay. For a second, I was like, did I forget someone's name? Quinn?
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
That was at oh, come on, man. 14.
It wasn't an advantage, but we, as usual, we used the first one, and that was really not a terrible roll. But you walk into the current of water that is there, and also those sort of like barely visible rats that are kind of running past you. But as you walk into this space, they don't acknowledge you, and they don't even seem to interfere with your hand. It seems like they're just kind of like phasing through you and continuing to run. It doesn't feel any kind of way. But you find yourself able to kind of climb down, and then if you would like scurry across the channels and meet your team at the top of the plateau.
Okay. So wait, so he's not actually interacting with them right now? They're just like going through his hands or what?
Yep, correct.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, he's gonna scurry over then.
Okay. And as your friend pulls himself up, which the platform drop is probably like 10 feet or so, but it's really not a problem for Bert. It just scales up pretty easily.
Yeah.
So he pulls himself up, and as he does, the team you guys watch as he starts to stand up, his eyes are fully red.
So is his vision red right now?
I'm gonna go ahead and light a torch, just unrelated to the red eyes. Just I'd like to be able to see.
Yes, this very dark environment.
Thank you.
I think that like Karen is like ever since like landing and sort of like taking stock of where she is. Karen's from the desert. Karen like knows how to run through city streets, run through sand, run on top of houses. Karen has never seen this much water and is very uncomfortable. Like a cat, like getting like at the idea of getting wet is making her uncomfortable. She's like fingering her holy symbol, and she's probably like sticking pretty close to Helkatla. And just like you can see like her fur starting to like stand on end, her tail's twitching. This place has bad vibes. And I feel like when Bert comes like back to the party and has red eyes, she's gonna like shrink even more, like curling on herself, like a little bit behind Helkatla.
Oh, can I? What help do you need? Are you okay? What?
It's wet everywhere.
Oh.
And
yes.
This place might be like demony, and there are spectral rodents everywhere. And Bert has red eyes now.
What? And she's gonna look up at Bert. Were you bitten?
So seriously, is his eyesight red now, or what's up?
No, your vision is regular.
Okay. And you see him like start looking around himself right now, like looking at his arms and his legs. I do not think so.
Oh, okay.
Why does Grey Lady ask?
To me, your eyes, just your eyes, are red.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. And then she, takes her maul and looks for like the shiniest part, or looks at one of her like pieces of plate armor on her shoulders and looks for the shiniest part and like points. Look.
He like gets really close to you, like almost like you do with other people, like.
Yeah. That's her thing. She's just like. Yeah.
Okay.
In your reflection, your eyes are red.
So they are.
I
read though.
Not part of Merp's spell.
Oh.
Don't play Merp.
How you know spell?
I gave you the vial.
Big sister, no spell.
Merp is very confused.
Sister Josie, big sis. She no spell.
She knows red eye spell?
No. And he starts. He just starts like he goes near the ground and starts doing the that weird walk he was doing on the ceiling.
Just okay. Merp in the back is gonna just kind of leave his new friend for a bit, and then grab one of his empty vials and start taking samples of the water while he can.
All right, y'all. I'm gonna need a cat nap because this is too much. Like we're in a strange place. There's water everywhere. I need a cat nap.
Well, we don't exactly have time for childhood anecdotes or napping. Setting aside the fact that I have a limited number of torches and will eventually be left rendered blind, we have a limited amount of time left in our ability to move quietly, as it were. I mean, more so than we usually can.
Karen, I would not mind giving you a piggyback ride for now. You can help guide me if in the darkness. Just turn my head and I will turn that way.
It's a little bit that I'm tired, not gonna lie. It is late. It's also that once we get where we're going, I'm not gonna be able to give them the 1-2 punch like I was giving them earlier if I don't get a nap. So if y'all can like handle the big rats and like all of this, I don't know what I'm getting into down here. This feels very evil. Like the vibe is giving evil and I hate it. So I want to be as prepared as I possibly can be. But if y'all can take lead, if y'all got it, I'm down to like back you up.
Can you sleep while I carry you on my back?
DM. Is that possible? Can Karen sort of like wrap around Helkatla's shoulders like a scarf and just like take a nap?
Yeah. And Helkatla will be used to this because she's got tons of family members who are much younger than she is, so she's fine with it.
I think my only hesitation is knowing that as you have described Karen as a Snorlax only when enlarged, but otherwise very fluffy and very round. I feel like you're going to be an impediment to Helkatla just because of the fuzz. Not necessarily the weight, but just the sheer amount of fur that will be kind of draping on top of her. I would say it would take probably like sustained athletics checks from Helkatla to make it a smooth ride. If it's smooth enough, I would say that you could probably get maybe a short rest in if you're walking very carefully for an hour, but you know it's going to be difficult for sure.
Let's do this. Yeah.
Like this is the Silver Lady. She kicks, like she does hero stuff around the city. She's famous. And Karen trusts her. So we're gonna try it. We're gonna try to take a short rest.
On the paladin.
On a moving paladin.
Walking suit of plate mail, the most comfortable bed around.
Yeah. Well, she's definitely gonna, do that straight back stuff and just lean forward, make sure it's all abs and, calves. She's used to squats. She loves squats.
It's actually because she's a cat that I feel like that's even possible, because I have a cat and I've seen him sleep in places where I'm like, are you comfortable? That seems, what are you doing? So that's part of the reason why I'm like, you can try and we will see how it goes. But yeah, that's totally fine. Oh God, so she assumes the position on Hellcat. But what would the rest of you like to do or say?
Well, now that we've sorted that out, onward and onward.
Yeah, Bert's gonna reach out and grab Merp and go, place him on his shoulder and go, you're right here. You're muted, man.
I just saw him smiling, so I was like, I guess he's happy.
Merp right here. It's gonna be funny because again he's taking samples, so it's just like you take it. He's like, okay.
And like there's a little bit of splashing just because of you know the nature of what had happened. But Merp, you've been in this area for a short period of time, but yeah, the water is still kind of refreshing and cool, and you were able to collect your samples no problem.
We're not like ankle deep or anything, right? It was just along the sides. No. Okay.
Not right now. You're on that platform that is kind of above the water. But
how much water is? I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
How much Bert is water? How much water is Bert tracking right now?
Did you jump in like into the canals?
No, he would have run for it, but yeah, I'm a big mofo. That's what I do. I track water.
You are. Yeah. Also, when you walked over, you had to have probably walked through that anyway. But for you, Bert, it never really went much higher than like your knee.
Okay. All right.
It's about my height, so yeah, I appreciate that. Thank you.
No, it's. I was thinking probably like topping out at like 3 feet, topping, like the deepest spots. But
halfway through his
There's so much water.
Yeah, it's just Murph.
All right. So we're going to descend into. We will be wading through water. Is what
Correct.
I'm hearing. Okay.
Yes.
Well, that feels like it's going to be a lot harder to track a demon through, but that's what I'm attempting to do now.
Okay.
I'm gonna have a torch in one hand and my sword in the other, ready to. Shit, I can't necessarily just toss a torch. It's gonna land in water.
Statue of Liberty it. Statue of Liberty it. Over like that.
I just can't swing my sword with one hand.
Merp's weapon is a radiant weapon. And I meant to talk to you, Foos, about this. Do you consider the round, because it's a ranged weapon, the radiant part? Because
we did. We discussed this already. We considered it the bolt. So technically,
so he's just gonna fire tracers into the water, essentially.
I mean, as long as you keep it loaded, I guess you're still a source of light.
Exactly. That's what I was gonna say. If you just keep it in the actual crossbow, you can still just have the light attached to you. You don't have to, but you can shoot obviously if you want.
Yeah, he's not trying to. He's a small guy. He's not trying to get crocodiled over here. He's gonna put a few in the water at least.
Crocodile.
Can we just make friends with
all right, you guys need to like submerge yourself. Imagine how fucking terrifying it is to walk into dark water and not know what the hell is down there, and it's 3 feet.
That's my fear. I'm terrified of them.
Yeah, he's literally bite-sized. He's definitely tracering.
I mean, you guys are from the East Coast. You never heard of the alligators in the sewers?
I'd be more scared, but I'm playing Professor Steve Irwin, so
yes.
Yeah. He's the most ready for this situation.
This is why Karen stays in the desert.
Right.
I mean, you still are.
I live here to avoid this shit.
Right, yeah. So I don't get chomped on by some evil aquatic predator.
But that is fine. I will also remind that all of the like barely visible rats, even when the torch kind of came on, and even if you're with your radiant light going on, they don't seem to like fully form. You're not able to see them in any high detail. You can still just kind of find traces of them, and they all still kind of seem to be converging on one lane in particular. As there seem to be a few offshoots. Some are a little bit smaller, but one of the larger walkways of these canals that are here, these channels, they seem to be kind of all going in that direction.
All right. Well, if you've got a light source, I will extinguish mine so I can have my weapon actually at the ready. I'm also going to adjust the strap on my satchel bag so it's a little higher up. It is more in the range where it stops being a satchel and starts being a purse. There's a height. You got to eyeball it for yourself to know where your particular comfort zone is. But I have a living creature in the pocket and I don't want it to drown.
Oh, I forgot you made friends with that rat.
Yeah, there's the rat in there.
I his name?
I feel like I did name him at one point, and I don't remember.
Sir Radimus the Wise.
That does
The only
sound
thing I
familiar.
can think of right now is Ratigan from The Great Mouse Detective.
Oh, Ratigan!
Yeah.
Oh my
Which
god,
makes
yes!
him a villain, but
That's true.
It's a throwback.
That's true. And he thought he was a mouse. Or he not thought, he wanted to be a mouse.
anywho, how
Bert,
much demon tracking can I do? Oh, I'm sorry, you've got Bert.
No, you're good.
Talking over you.
Well, because you're doing that, you can give me a survival check as you're tracking. And Bert, you can give me a perception check, please.
1 segundo, por favor.
Sure.
Percepción.
Thank you, Kit.
Now,
7.
Ooh.
with the water situation, is that impacting my ability to track?
I suppose I should be asking, what are you leaning on for your tracking right now? Where do you see Noel looking? Or
I mean, there's rats on every surface, so usually you're looking for signs that something passed. So there'd be footprints or scratches on the wall, or like in a different environment, a broken branch or nonsense. But here there's a lot less to go on. So mostly I have to look, or blood in the water. We fought recently.
Okay, right. Gotcha.
The stank of wet rat.
You won't have disadvantage, but the DC is relatively high, but go ahead and give a flat survival check.
Okay, so it's not being disadvantaged. So my advantage, because he's a fiend and or a rat, still.
I forgot you have advantage. Yeah, then that is advantage.
I may not do your particular
Get the
brand of
cheese
bullshit
in.
primal awareness, but
Let's
I'm
go.
still a ranger, baby.
Yeah.
I still came to play.
Okay.
Hell yeah, let's go.
And taking a look around, it's exactly as you described. It's like I'm used to looking for many other clues in this area, but it's cobblestoned and it looks like, actual working sewers. There's not a lot to go off of, but you still kind of stick to your basics and you start looking around, especially from the walls that the rats seem to be kind of climbing up. They don't seem to be kind of occupying the walking path where your feet are landing, but instead the walls along the sides. And watching them, they don't seem to leave any marks at all. There's no scratches or anything there. But because they're not leaving any marks, your keen eye is able to pick up that something else did leave marks along the walls. There are not a lot of footprints that you can keep up with in this water, especially that it is about 2 feet deep. But the one rat that you saw not too long ago had very, very large claws. And it looks like there may be some fresh marks along these walls. And you're able to kind of use that as a guide.
So I'm looking around, looking at the cobblestone and the waters. This is worthless. Looking at just the rats, just whatever. But then just out of the corner of my eye, just wipe these off, squint at it. Aha! I think we've got something to go on. Follow me, friends. And then, not like at a run. I'm excited for underground water adventures, but we're still relatively trying to keep quiet. So like a fast tiptoe.
That's also something I'm going to leave for the group. Is there an intent to be quiet here? Or, I suppose I'm asking, is there enough of an intent to have a stealth roll? Or are you guys just kind of like, let's find out if we're quiet enough?
For my part, I'm making an effort.
Okay.
I actually have a question to that. So,
Sure.
What does the water around us sound like? I imagine that it's like the music that you have up, which is, echoey. It's very quiet in here and things like that. But then there's also a part of me that wonders if it's from the infinite and, there is a flow to it. Wouldn't there be sort of the sound of flowing or rushing water? So what should it sound like?
It is a good observation to make, but you can go ahead and give me a perception check.
Oh, no.
I'll give you an answer. Oh, no. Okay, not terrible. How long do you think you've been in the city?
You know what? Let's say a month.
Okay.
Around
So
not people like, oh yeah, that lady.
Okay, not terribly long, but a decent amount of time. All right. So for the times that you visited the Oasis, interestingly, it seemed to have a bit of a current itself. It should be fully still, as it is simply a pool of water with no outlet of any kind. But it did seem to kind of lap very gently against sort of the banks of this oasis. But it always sounded smooth. There weren't any sort of like loud crashing or rapid sounds or anything like that. It was always sort of a gentle, soothing sound. And the water in here seems to be no different. This actually does seem to have more of a current than you've seen in the Oasis, but it's still very soft. And most of the sort of dripping sounds you're hearing are from the resulting laps against the walls and kind of movement of the current, and especially with you guys walking through the water is certainly making noise, but it's a strangely like dampened current sound.
Interesting. Okay, so she's going to say in, not too loud of a voice, but she's going to say, soft water. And then she's going to try and, conjure a memory from her childhood when they were playing, hide and seek near one of the streams and whatnot, and how they would try to hide from each other by crossing the stream and things like that, and how quiet they had to be or mimic the sound of the flowing water. And she's going to try and do that with Karen on her back, and also to make sure as best she can that Karen's legs and tail do not get into the water. So she might, just gently be like, I need your tail. And then just kind of like put it very gently in between one of the leather
Karen
belts
is
like that.
Karen is completely tucked into herself, like almost like very much like giving loaf of bread, like tails tucked under, arms and legs you cannot see them.
Never mind.
Yeah.
That is so cute.
So Helkatla is going to pretend that you're just a completely new part of her, like just a huge new set of muscles, and she's going to, try to mimic whatever current that she currently has to work with. Try not to go against the flow too much.
Current. All right. That's good. No problem. For those who are making stealth checks, you can go ahead and stealth.
Burp isn't moving under his own power. Does he have to make a stealth check?
No, you do not. It would be it would only be Bert.
Okay.
Can Merp assist me because he's guiding Bert?
Yeah, I can give you 5-hour energy. Hold on. Give me a second.
I don't even think he meant what you're about to say. But yeah, I don't think he knew that you had guidance. But that works.
Okay.
I have guidance.
Burp's gonna shake the bottle real quick, like a little vial, and hand it off to you.
Before we went into the house that led to the place that led to here, I did cast Patch Without a Trace. I have no idea if we're still within the time frame. Just gonna throw that out there.
Oh, you're probably very close to the end of that. You know what? Fuck it. Just roll me a d20, and if it's above a certain number in my head, I will say that you guys still have it. If it's below that certain number in my head, ooh,
that was a safe way to make. That was a good way to give the illusion of choice, but know who was rolling and say, "Yeah, it's not going to be there."
Oh, sorry, buddy.
That's right.
Yeah, unfortunately, the Pass Without a Trace has dropped.
We didn't do too terrible.
No, you did not at all. Somehow Bert is killing it. And then we have a 10 and a 16. The other two are off the ground. I also appreciate that for the last probably 30 minutes with this team, the women have just been carrying each other physically. One of them does not have their feet on the ground at some point.
Girls supporting girls. That's what Foozca at Twitch TV is all about.
There we go. That's what it is. Okay, so you guys find yourselves sort of navigating down this particular tunnel. which has the sort of invisible rats running along the side of you, and the 2-ish feet of water running beneath you. And it is dark, but with the help of a very brightly glowing crossbow. Are you shooting bolts into the water still, or are you just like...
Yeah, I'd say like every 100 yards he's gonna just fire one through it just to give us some level, just to to see what's in there. If anything's suspicious, obviously more rounds are going that way, but
yes. Who do you guys think is in the front? What do you think the marching order is? And the marching order has to be based on 3 people, which is Bert, Noel, who's walking on his own 2 feet, and Helkatla. So of you 3, what do you think the order is?
I pictured myself up front.
I'm probably...
Then again, Merp is the one shooting the lights, so...
I mean, I'm on top of an 8-foot person. I could definitely
8'9".
mark it. Excuse me. So I'm basically 9'3" right now. Yeah, he's a tall dude, but I still have 2 feet of clearance before I have to worry about him. Yeah,
how tall is the ceiling actually?
You have absolutely no problem navigating this.
Fantastic. I'm about to be like, we gotta lean down here. Okay.
No, you're good. These
Rangers lead the way.
ceilings are hilariously high. All right, so Ranger and then Helkatla and then Bert?
Yeah, I'm thinking. Yeah.
Okay.
Agreed. Because Helkatla is probably, she can't see, so she needs to rely on the light.
Okay. Bert, give me another perception check, and same with Noel, please.
1 second, por favor.
Noel Ranger. God dang it.
Oh,
man.
yes.
Perception, you said, right?
Yes, for both of you, please.
Yeah, that's on the
God,
list.
fucking damn it. Oh, God.
Okay, there we go. Oh, man.
Okay.
Bert, you're killing me. Poor Wells. Okay, so Noel being in the front and sort of leading the group and following these sort of scratch marks along the walls, you're able to see that the amount of the invisible rats on the sides of the walls that are kind of running in the water are not changing in number or speed or anything. It almost feels like it's just consistently going. And it's to the point where as you're staring at it, you're pretty positive this seems to be an illusion of some kind. But every now and then, one of the sort of illusionary rats that are running along the wall seems to catch your attention as just a little streak of red seems to be somewhere on the body. And they're moving so quickly, and it also still seems to be sort of spectral, so it's a little hard to make out. But every so often, out of the corner of your eye, with the light from Merp in the background, is giving you just enough to notice like little streaks of red rats every so often. Not the whole rat, but like part of the body.
Is it often enough that I'm fairly certain that it's multiple rats with red streaks, or could it theoretically be one?
It seems like it's more than one rat, yeah.
I believe we may be being watched. Perhaps they may have other significance, but some of these rats are perhaps less insubstantial than the rest. How quick are you with your trigger finger, Merp?
He just instantly fires one right into the distance.
Which the light goes off into the distance.
I appreciate your enthusiasm, but I will be giving you a target, I hope. And I'm gonna do my best to, once Merp's just on the ready, just
he's gonna get a 5-hour energy real quick, just so he needs to,
and then just point out the next red rat I see.
Okay, and yeah, thankfully, because you rolled amazing on your perception check, the rest of you are able to kind of catch what he was saying, which there does seem to be a streaky sort of red rat that's running by every so often. And part of the reason Noel was able to spot it, not only because of the slight color against this sort of otherwise colorless environment, but it does seem a little bit larger than the other rats. Not substantially, but the others are still big, sort of like football-sized rats. This one is like rugby ball-sized rat, like larger, but not like, that's not a toddler or anything on the wall. But you guys are able to notice that as you're going. But following this trail, not Bert, I'm sorry, Noel. I'm laughing at Bert because I saw the natural one and that cracked me up again. So I'm sorry. But Noel, being in the front, and also with your incredible perception check, you start hearing what you think is the splashings, perhaps, of another person up ahead. It's hard to tell where, just because of the echoing and nature of the like sewer system that you're in, pretty much. But as you're kind of making note of that, you see the light from. Everyone has like new names, so pardon me as I fucking struggle my way through it. Because then you still have Argos down there, but it's not Argos anymore; it's Merp. But from the light from Merp's weapon, you're able to kind of make out the gleaming posts of what seems to be a gate in front of you, with the rat still sort of like running alongside of it and not paying it any mind, as well as the water still rushing through.
Just the posts, or is there like a gate between the posts barring me from continuing?
It's a gate. It's a wired, like iron gate in front of you.
So the whole thing. Well then, I will try whispering even lower, but hope people can still hear me through my microphone. There seems to be movement up ahead. Be prepared. And then I'm going to take a look at this gate and see if it's just shut or see if it's like locked.
Yeah. You can give me an investigation check if you would like.
I would like.
If you had to guess, something seems off about it, but you can't quite place what it is.
Are any of you more familiar with breaking and entering?
No.
But no break.
I had a hunch.
Karen,
Merp hands. Sorry.
Karen sort of like purrs like into Helkatla's armor. Has it been an hour since we've started? No.
Yeah, probably like a half hour or so.
Yeah, you get the sense that Karen has some experience, but Karen is napping.
Excellent.
Karen uses sleep talk and then activates the move that unlocks doors. Sorry, I was playing Pokemon earlier today. Well, Bert, while I'm certain you could get through this gate with ease, it might be rather loud. Merp?
Merp's trying to get Bert's attention, but kind of like patting his head. Hands you the lit crossbow, which has to look hysterical in your giant man paw.
It's a hand crossbow, right? The smallest.
Yeah.
Just like this.
It's a hand crossbow that's being used by a kobold.
Exactly.
Yeah. So it's like a fingernail.
Okay.
crossbow.
Yeah,
It's like that stupid noisy cricket Nerf gun that Dubs has, you know? It's like this big.
Yeah.
Do I eat this?
No. Please, no.
Okay, because everything you've been handing him is at the drink.
That's true. That's true. I didn't think about that. So he's gonna like rummage through, and you see like vials and various kinds of like tubes and funnels. He's just kind of pulling out, and you hear some like jingling, and then he pulls out kind of like a relatively oily and somewhat well used thieves' tools.
Excellent. If you would like to take a look.
Can I try to unlock this without drowning?
Yes. Yes, you can. And taking a look. Well, you go ahead and give me an investigation check as well. You know that it's there, so it wildly lowers the DC. But go ahead and take a look.
To be fair, you can try to do anything. You still might drown.
Yeah, that's true.
Solid.
I see what he means, though. So you're not going to be like,
Yeah.
while you're like trying to undo
I
this.
don't know why Merc drowned. He could have just stood up.
I mean, I'm assuming that Bert would help him out, like maybe put him on a hand and like stretch him out.
Okay, yeah, that's totally fine. So you are being puppeted in the general direction as we do this. But You can see that there does seem to be one overt lock that is, well, not overt, excuse me, subtle lock that you can kind of see is along one of the sides of the bars. But more importantly, you notice that this can open seemingly trap-free if just physically pushed in a certain way. So it seems as though this lock is more for perhaps someone who might not be familiar with how to maneuver this door in a safe way. But there is a lock to pick if you would like to do that. And it seems to be along sort of the edges of it, probably like 3-4 feet above not above the water, from the ground. So 2 feet of water and then like another 1.5 feet of water, or just air before the lock is there.
So if I understand you correctly, I might not need to pick this lock if I apply the correct amount of pressure.
If you know exactly how to open this, there seems to be the opportunity to do that.
Which I don't know. That's a bit of a risk. Yeah, Merp's just going to try to pick the lock. He's going to stick with what he knows.
All right, go ahead and give me a roll with your thieves' tools.
Okay.
Solid.
Hey, very, very nice. This was a more intricate lock than you were expecting, but Merp came to play. He sort of took his time and just really studied the thing, and kind of naturally, within probably like 30 seconds or so, the rest of the team just hears like clink, 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 clack. And you guys kind of watch the gate just like shift just a little bit downwards and start to kind of slide open.
Excellent.
Well done, little Merp. And he just puts you back on your shoulder.
He's happy to be there.
Okay. So he hands you back your crossbow, and it feels a bit sticky.
Oh my gosh.
He's just going to grab a rag and try to do something with it. It's not important. Sorry.
No, I didn't mean to.
Yeah, you're good.
Oh my god. You get your sticky little crossbow back. And as you're stepping out, well, you get put back on Bert's shoulder, so I'm assuming we kind of go back to that lineup of Noel first. But Noel, as you're kind of poking your head out, there still seems to be a very clear direction for these rats. But you're seeing a lot more gates coming up, very similar to this one. There's one that's directly right beside you, which seems to be a different open walkway, another channel leading somewhere. You're not entirely sure, but there's one that's right beside you. And as you're looking forward, there's a right angle, but you can already kind of make out the glinting of another gate ahead of you. But the water seems to be rushing a little bit louder around that corner.
And the glinting is just from his radiant light. There's not lighting coming from around the corner?
Yeah,
okay.
Correct.
Well, it seems your services may be needed again, Mup.
He's like, how did this get sticky? Merp? He's just going to try to look to see if he can find what he's referencing.
I'm just going to indicate the gate ahead as we come closer.
And Merp, you're also able to... I always feel like I'm saying something wrong when I say Merp, and I'm like, that's not his name. That's his name. That's just his name. You are also seeing that there seem to be more gates in this area. You're immediately able to make out two, and the one directly ahead of you. But it seems to be another one not too far ahead.
Does it look identical in design from an engineer's perspective?
Give me your investigation check.
Okay, I rolled well, so let's hope this is not a roller coaster.
Oh!
It is. It absolutely is. Well done. I'm an inspiration myself.
Good.
Because Rafflecopter.
Oh my god.
Oh.
Okay.
Well, that's
Okay.
plus 8, so that's 16.
Correct, exactly.
My investigation's
Yeah. Yeah, this one looks about the same. You can still see the mechanism on that side there, but it could probably be opened with the correct pressure again.
Bert, are you good at applying pressure in a very specific way?
What you mean?
Door. The gate. If you push down and pull to the right. That's what you said. I think your sister right.
Yeah, to the right. Yeah,
we're going to the right.
I realized I haven't moved you guys to the map. I'm like moving you guys along this map and making sure I know what I'm talking about. Y'all are just so. I apologize. Hold on.
We're hanging out in the dirty village.
We are using our minds for this.
Yeah, mind.
Yeah, look at that.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, he's basically gonna try to like instruct you that.
Look at this cool place we've been the whole time.
Yeah.
Oh my god! Thank you, Joe.
Can I take inspiration away from myself because? Oh my god! Sorry.
Wait, are we not at this lower gate? Everyone's moving
You're at
away.
that lower gate.
Oh,
yeah,
I'm sorry.
yeah.
There.
Oh.
That's true. You have no idea where the fuck you guys came from. You came through. Oh god, I'm using the radius one. Pardon me. You came through this gate. You just opened this one. So when you walked through, you saw that there were 2 more gates here and here.
Yep.
And in this direction, that right angle that I was describing is this corner where it seems as though the water is rushing a little bit further past it. But this is the next gate that you're at.
He's gonna basically instruct him like, down 8 inches or whatever he perceived it to be, and then
how much is the inch?
Oh no.
Bert is so tall, he's unfamiliar with what inches are. He only knows.
Yeah. I'm trying to think. Do I have any units of measure that I?
He just like reaches out with his hand, like, how much of hand?
He's just gonna try to like give him
Measurements.
8 inches, yeah, like on his finger, yeah.
All right.
Okay. And yeah,
he's also gonna hand you a 5-hour energy.
Okay. Yeah, he's gonna. It's a 1 minute energy, isn't it?
It's like a 3-second one, like
It's 6-second energy or whatever. No, it's a minute.
much.
It lasts for a minute. Yeah,
Is it a
it lasts for a minute.
Okay,
It's a minute. Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah, so he's gonna come up here, and let's see if I have to use inspiration for this.
All right. So for this, you're trying to sort of like delicately maneuver it. I will give you. I believe this is a sleight of hand check because you are trying to maneuver this very carefully.
I thought it would have just been strength. That's a leech.
Oh my god, yeah. If it was strength, we'd be good. Like we're doing athletics here. Oh, fantastic.
There is a strength involved, but it's a very delicate procedure.
Live your own life, Bert. If your choice of move it precisely is just rip it the wrong way off a tangent.
I mean, can he do that? Like,
you can certainly try. Do you want to?
You can certainly try.
His buddy Merp just gave him some very specific instructions, so he's gonna listen to Merp here.
All right, let's go.
Because that's what I would do. I'd rip it off, but no, that's not what he would do. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
Let me call up on Fatima right now.
Our Lady Fatima.
Okay, let's
Let me
go.
pray real quick.
She bailed me out this weekend.
Once, okay.
Sleight of hand. Is that the same for you though?
Oh yeah, yeah, it's 2. Yeah.
Okay. So it's the same. So it's an 11 at the
Roll
moment.
D4. Come on, 4.
Uh-huh.
Come on, 1 minute
14.
energy. That's a
Okay.
strong 14.
Okay.
That's real strong.
Real strong.
Strong roll. We need a strong roll.
Oh fuck. Okay.
As you start to move this with the very careful directions from Merp, who's like, okay, I got this. I think I know what you should do. But there seems to have possibly been a miscommunication at some point, and he kind of pulls just like a little bit too high. And Merp, you're the first person to hear just like a very distinct clack that you did not hear when you were lockpicking it, the other one, a moment ago. And at first you're like, okay, bracing for impact here. But nothing seems to happen. And who has the highest passive perception of this team? I don't remember.
Anita, who's
Anita,
asleep.
but she's sleeping.
Anita's asleep. Who else? Who's the next highest best
The ranger,
perception?
right? You guys have wisdom.
I mean, if someone built a ranger to be a ranger, they would have wisdom. You're not wrong.
Yeah.
Passive
All right, where we at,
perception
guys?
is 12 over here.
I'm
Really?
13. I'm 13.
13.
Merp?
Okay.
What about Merp?
Merp's
What's
11. His wisdom is not high.
Burn and Helkatla are tied then.
Okay. So between the two of you, both of you start to notice the water is rising right now. It was subtle at first. It was probably like an inch or two in the time it took for you guys to kind of like wait for something to happen. But right as you are about to articulate it, it starts to kind of fill in a much faster way. And you're also noticing that behind you, the gate that Merp had already unlocked is now closed and seemingly locked.
Flooding. It's
Water
gonna be flooding.
rising.
Merp's gonna just get down and try to get
Get in there, man. Get in there.
Just like frantically getting in there.
Yeah.
You are amazing, I just have to say, because that was the exact DC on this second attempt. After whatever was triggered, you actually watched as the lock in front of you, as you were attempting to kind of like get your tools in there, starts actively shifting and moving around. And Merp kind of recognizing this is like, like knowing that there's no time to lose, you realize that this is a moving puzzle now. And you have to start kind of unlocking it as it's moving. And with deft execution, Merp does exactly that. And you guys are watching that as he's starting to kind of dismantle it. You see him kind of pulling like metal pieces out of the gate from that side where the lock is, until thankfully it does seem to kind of move to open. The water does still seem to be rising. And if Bert is holding you, by the end of this, it's probably kind of like up to your waist or so. For everybody else, the water has reached about 3 feet, almost 3.5. But it is still rising in this space.
Well, they almost certainly know we've arrived. I hope you all can swim. And I'm done with stealth. The water's rising. I think they know.
Okay.
I'm gonna go.
Foods, how long do I have left on spider time?
Oh god, how long does that last?
I believe
hour.
it's just 10. It's an hour.
An hour.
Holy shit. Yeah.
It's an hour? Okay, so you have about like 20 minutes left right now?
Cool, okay.
Just because of your adventures here.
All right, so we're rushing now. Let's go. All right.
Yeah, Helkatla, the moment that Noel says swim, you feel like claws like extend and like tap on the edges of your armor. And like Karen like shakes for a second in her sleep, but like the claws recede.
That Karen is. Oh, I forgot actually. I need just give me like 2 athletics checks from Helkatla, because this
I
is
totally forgot too.
I forgot too. I was like, you're getting your short rest,
2.
but you have to. Nice.
Oh,
both times.
What?
Yeah,
I passed. Yay!
you did pass. You absolutely passed. Very nice. So, Karen, this is unusually smooth sailing for riding a paladin.
Board the Paladin Express. Let's go.
Oh yeah,
Karen.
Karen has been purring since like the 15-minute mark, and like getting really comfortable. Like you felt like biscuits being made in your sleep on like the armor. It's been an experience.
I should also mention at this time, if the water is like 3 feet high, Helkatla's 5'5". So I don't know.
Oh my god, this is like your first shorter character, other than Goofy, obviously. But no choice.
Yeah, the fireman's carry now.
Yeah, exactly. So she's gonna just, as best she can, kind of like move Karen to her shoulders, like if she can, and just like do more of that, and just kind of try and hold her up higher, just like.
Roll sleight of hand.
kick it.
No problem. No, I with your incredible athletics checks, I'm going to say that you're able to manipulate the sleeping cat in any position. And if you've manipulated a sleeping cat, you'd find out it's relatively easy. If they want to stay asleep, if they don't, then they'll be very upset with you. But Karen she's trying to get her tight 1 hour in. Just let me have this. But as the group is kind of rushing through, there's the strangest sort of magical interference that you guys feel as soon as you kind of walk past this gate, the water immediately decreases. But within that space, it still seems to remain high and to continue climbing higher. But as soon as you walk past the seeming invisible barrier, it's back down to its sort of 2.5 feet. And looking across the way, you can see that there seem to be sort of tiers to this particular spot. Where the water is still sort of running, and that's why the water did sound a little bit louder and was sort of echoing through the hallways for you. And as you're sort of looking down, there seems to be the first tier seems to go down by about 10 feet. The next one after that seems to be about 15 feet. It seems to be a little more steep. But across the way and on what seems to be a dividing wall of some kind, you guys are able to make out a very familiar humanoid rat figure sort of perched on top and staring at you as you guys walk in. Eyes fully red and seemingly grinning with his rat teeth out.
Very good, very good. Handle traps, I see.
Were they traps? They were barely doors as far as I was concerned, but maybe we just brought the right people. Or maybe you're quite inept. I don't know. I look forward to finding out.
I will tell the red rats. You said that.
And actually, I think this is probably a good place for us to take our break because we have a little over an hour left. So opening the door and seeing him there, we will take our 10-minute break or 5-10 minute. We'll see how long it will be. But we'll catch back up and be back here soon. So thanks for being here. We'll be back. Take a quick break. And stay tuned.
Yay!
For Drowning in the Sewers featuring Foos.
Oh no.
messed up.
Hello, we're back. Hope you had a good break as well as we did. We grabbed some snacks, and the team is currently staring down their kind of somewhat battered, but not as battered as you remember him looking, humanoid rat across the way. And as this is as he's sort of looking over you, the rest of you are across the way, and he's a little bit further down just because of the tiers to this location. But in staring over you, he seems to be very much focused on Bert, who is currently on the ceiling. But staring at him.
Ah, yes. You join the rats?
No. Little friend, do sister magic.
Join the rats.
Roll me one more wisdom saving throw.
Saving throw?
Yes, please.
Been rolling perception this whole time.
Oh
You have
no.
Okay, wisdom this time. All right, saving throw.
Is Helcatla near enough for the bonus this time?
No, unfortunately. He's on the ceiling. He's pretty far away.
14?
Do
I still have the 5-hour energy?
No.
It's only for a
unfortunately,
check and not a
that's-
save.
no.
And you
Right.
burnt it too.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you
For
for
many
remembering
reasons,
that. I totally
unfortunately,
forgot
no.
that I do that.
Yeah. Unfortunately. Burr, as you're on the ceiling and you see the rat kind of speaking with you, for just a moment, you're like, nah, why would I? Oh, I should join the rats. The rest of your vision clouds over with red, and with Merp still attached to you. Or no, did you go by yourself, or is Merp still there?
I'm still with him.
Merp would be with him, yeah.
Merp is still with him. Your vision goes red, but your auditory senses are suddenly overwhelmed with the sound of chittering rats scurrying beside you, and almost as if they're kind of running over your shoulders and over your own body, and you feel them, but you don't see them. Your vision is simply red at the moment. And when you kind of look over to Merp, who you are still holding trauma, god damn it, when you go to look over to Merp, you can see there's just a faint kind of bluish glow, kind of wispy and smoky in a way. And what's your base intelligence? Is not good, right? Because otherwise I'd have you roll something, but I don't think you...
His base intelligence is an 8.
Nope. Okay. Merp is wispy, blue, and strange. But as the rats chitter in your ear, one voice in particular seems to elevate above them. And it's not the voice of the humanoid rat that you see before you. And it's not any other rats that you've heard in your environment, as they just only seem to chitter like a rat. But instead, you hear a very calm voice speak out to you.
Mm-hmm.
Hello. Why don't you take care of your friends, big one? Starting now. And Merp, I will need you to make attack rolls against, or Bert, I will need you to make attack rolls against Merp, as your body is not your own right now.
Okay.
Let me ask you this question, though, in the interest of keeping Merp alive.
Right.
If this giant man takes his hands off of Merp, who he presumably is holding since he's now upside down, to put his hands on his weapon, I guess he could just attack unarmed. But
yeah,
if he's not attacking with a weapon, ain't nobody holding Merp anymore. And then Merp
that is a good
falls 'cause
question.
gravity.
I will say, Merp, did you find yourself holding on to Bert at all, or were you simply at the whims of this guy?
He wasn't holding on at all. He just kept him. He trusted him, so
Okay, so I would say Bert in the same motion would drop you and then pull his weapon and follow you down for his attack.
Oh god damn it. Okay.
Oh, that's even worse.
So I need an acrobatics check from you to see if you land. I'll actually need one for Bert too.
Okay.
It's
roll
touch
crappy acrobatics here. Okay.
Oh, acrobatics is
Me
not
just
something I
ask, I'll
invested
let
in
you.
because I'm an inventor.
You are an inventor. Oh, there goes gravity.
14. Roll better than me.
Okay.
God damn it.
All right.
That wasn't happening. I'm the king, remember?
You are the king. You do land, and it does not. You do not take damage. But I'm gonna say yes.
Hold on, keep going.
No, you're fine. You're okay.
It's a
but
bonus
Bert,
action. All right, I'm fucked. Yep, go ahead.
please take your 2 swings, and then after this, we're gonna have to roll initiative.
Okay. And I'm assuming he's attacking with the big ass axe here.
You are attacking with your weapon, yes.
Okay.
Do
Damn
you
it!
have like a ladle you can try? Jesus Christ.
Oh, did you say ladle?
Why was I like this earlier? Okay.
One more.
Oh fuck.
Oh my god.
Uh-huh. Yep.
Roll damage on both. You're not raging, so make sure you don't have any rage damage.
Okay. Oh
Yeah,
fuck.
so ignore
Sorry about that. Sorry about that.
Fuck.
Is that max?
That's
pretty
max
close to
damage.
max. That's max.
No,
yep.
it is. That is max damage.
Come
Okay,
on,
yep,
why?
cool. That's
So-
Okay.
18 on the first swing and
30
12 on the
total.
second.
All right, that
And
puts
with
me
that-
at pretty much halvesies. Thanks.
With that, I will have everybody roll initiative. Please click your tokens and roll. As everyone watches this poor merp gets fucking whacked. Let me.
Oh no.
Well, I was
All
hoping
right.
I'd go sooner to maybe help you.
Am I also rolling initiative?
Oh, natural one.
God, what the
What'd you
fuck?
say?
Why can't I roll?
Everybody rolls initiative, except
Okay.
maybe Karen if she's still sleeping. Actually, Karen, roll initiative anyway. It's up to you whether you want to
Oh
wake
my
up. but if
fucking
you
god!
do-
Why?
Ah! Oh,
Why?
no.
Why?
This is real bad.
This is really
Yep.
bad.
And
That's
bad is
real
the
bad.
opposite of good.
Oh
Oh,
no!
boy. I naturally was excited because I was like, "Good job!" And then I remembered what was happening right now. Okay. So
Can I roll my inspiration to subtract that from the?
wait, hold on. I don't think that's ever happened. Hold on. Add to any. According to my rules, I can only have you add it to yours.
Fuck. Okay.
You can subtract it from my rolls, but not yours, unfortunately.
His rolls are your rolls.
Can I use my inspiration on someone else's initiative?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Maya's mad. That's right. I got to go by my rules. Oh man. Yeah, but you can add your inspiration to someone else.
Oh. No, Maya, don't be coming at me like that. I don't want to kill this character, please. Oh my
She's
God.
not. You're coming after me. If
Let us
anything.
go through 3 characters in one campaign.
Oh,
Alright,
okay, roll a d20. Okay, we are going to add that to fuck. Still not good.
It's
Pretty much doesn't
Don't
matter.
worry. We'll see where the dice go.
all right,
Okay,
Fooz.
we want that. We
Yep.
want that to Noel.
Okay, no.
Fooz.
Yes.
Karen rolled a 20 total on
Yes.
her initiative. I forgot to. I didn't put it on the thing, so
That's fine.
I'm not in the
Don't
thing.
worry.
Oh, I don't think I clicked
Yeah,
either.
let
I'm
me
sorry.
add, and then you can. All right. Does that look correct?
Yes. Yeah, that's good.
Okay. Good. All right. So that was the initiative rolls. There was a inspiration given to Noel, which was used. The rest of the numbers look accurate, as far as I know. And at the start of the turn, Bert, I need you to take 2 more swings against your friend.
Why? Okay. Okay. Yeah. This time it's not a joke.
Expect you to
This
fucking
time,
knock
this time it's
damage
not a
on
joke.
the shot.
Okay.
Oh god.
It's fine. You're
This
gonna
time
miss.
it's not a
though.
joke.
You're just gonna
Nope.
miss. No big deal.
I want to cry.
All right, man, it's okay.
See, the hard part is I want you to use Great Weapon Master to make it harder to hit, but I don't want you to use Great
But
Weapon
if it
Master.
lands, yeah.
Because then if it lands,
Okay.
I think that misses, right? Murph.
No, 16 is my AC.
Come on.
Oh,
He's
my
just a
God.
little artificer. He's not.
I know, you're fine. I'm surprised. Okay, sorry, yeah.
Roll damage.
Those both hit. Roll damage. If,
there you go.
oh, okay.
Okay, all right. That's that 24.
Yeah, 24
Okay.
points. Down to 9.
I'm down to 9.
Better know, Joe.
That's gonna be. No, he's not dead. Don't put the X on him. Don't do
Why
that.
is this updating? It's not sure. What the...
It looks like it's updated for us.
It's updated.
I
on
see
ours.
it
You
as
might have to
full.
refresh.
No,
Mine
I
did
see
that
it
last
at
time we
9.
played. You might have to refresh.
Okay, yeah, I'll be fresh. That's
Okay.
cool.
Well, with that, Bert, you're gonna stay there for the rest of your turn.
Okay.
And that brings us to Karen, who is asleep and curled up on Helkatla.
Yeah. Is somebody waking me? Like, I guess people can't wake me until it's their turn. Unless, like, Fizz, you tell me. Like, am I waking up from this commotion, this ruckus?
That's actually what I was going to ask the team. Do you, like, and as I was describing it, I didn't exactly give you guys time, so I apologize, but is anything being said? Are there gasps? Are there anything noise-wise, I guess, happening around Karen?
Helkatla will just, like, a little bit try to, get her to gently awaken. And
There's
also
not a moment to be gentle.
not drop her.
Drop her.
No.
Wake her up.
She said not drop. She said not drop. She's not dropping you.
Okay.
No.
Wake her.
Deposits you into the 4 feet of water.
Can you imagine?
That's the
Yeah.
second.
Hold on.
She's fine.
Mortified.
Quick relevant question for things that might happen later. Is spider climb
Okay.
concentration?
It is. Good
No.
call. I forgot about that.
Oh, it is.
I
thought
think it is.
wasn't.
Let me
I mean, you
check.
could also just
Oh,
choose
shit.
to drop that.
That's true, yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Oh,
he's
it
already
is.
on the ground. Yeah, it is a
Well,
concentration.
You
You
Yeah.
get
also
back
got
up
whacked
off the
4
ground.
times, so you have to roll concentration just to keep it up
Yeah.
if you wanted.
I don't think you
Oh,
would,
no, is
but
it
I'm just
him?
going to roll to.
What, is it him though? Because it's your potion, right? I don't know.
I assume it's me
I don't know.
concentrating on it. That's
I
how I'm
imagine,
doing.
yeah.
I'm just using regular rules.
Okay, yeah. All good.
I look at all these
Yep.
fucking amazing rolls
Look
when
at
I
these
don't need them.
incredible
Yeah,
rolls.
there it is. There it is.
This is a
Spider
good thing.
climb is down.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh my god. All right. So
You have to be
With
like
that-
your sister. I'm not happy now. Oh my god.
I know this is fucking horrible.
That's your boy.
Karen, it sounds like not a ton of noise, but it seems as though Helkatla might
Yeah.
be trying to gently stir you.
If you are gently trying to stir me, I'm probably not waking up.
Drop her
Why
in
don't
the water.
you give us a perception check to see how good or how much you're blocking out at this point?
All right, let's see.
Roll a 20. Roll a 20.
Roll 20 character sheet.
She does have a passive
Yep.
perception of 18. I don't know.
Yeah, she does.
She does, but she's unconscious, so it's not a lot of
Nice.
Oh god.
Shit.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Then I would say you're starting to catch up with what's going on. You don't know exactly what's happening, but you kind of open your eyes to see Bert turning on Merp. Eyes fully red.
Oh boy. Okay. So where I'm at on the map is where I'm at really. We haven't crossed
kind
the
of like-
threshold of the gate.
Yeah, exactly. You're like on Helkatla, but otherwise, yes, you're there.
All right. With my 25 perception, any like invisible rats scurrying along the walls?
Yep, they are still very much scurrying. And with your 25 perception, I will say you're starting to notice you were asleep for it, so you didn't get the heads up of like, hey,
Yeah.
sometimes there's red rats running along the walls. So you catch one, and then you catch 2 and 3, and there seem to be kind of multiplying against the sides of the walls. The invisible rats seem to be almost swarming into red.
Oh no. All right, so there's a bunch of rats on the sides of these walls, so I couldn't be able to like get on the walls without touching one of them.
They are seemingly like invisible or spectral, so like anyone who's touched the wall has not like touched rats. You touch the wall, but the rats kind of continue moving.
Nah, that's that bad magic. I don't like it.
That bad juju. Okay.
We are going to flip out a little bit. Eyes wide, like claws out, arched a little bit, like back arched. Going to try to jump from Helkatla's shoulders to the gate.
Okay.
Get on, like, clutch onto the gate, then from the gate, jump to the dry, like, piece of ledge here, like, to the, I'm not sure how to do
Like here?
Yes.
Okay.
I don't
so
know
you're
how
just
to do
gonna
the
go
planar
like from
thing.
there to there.
Jump, yes.
Okay. Sounds good. Go ahead and give me an acrobatics check.
Okay.
And Helkatla, give me just a quick strength check to see if you get toppled over. As she kicks off you.
Strength check. All right. Which? Yeah. Hold on. I think I have it. Is this the number? Did I do the number?
That's exactly it. Yeah.
Oh. Okay.
Did I do the number?
Yeah. I'll say you stumble, but you don't like tip over, but you're just like, ah!
Yeah, that sounds accurate. Yeah.
Yeah. I'll say you lose like 5 feet of movement on your turn just because you're still like regaining your balance. But you didn't like follow. Oh, there's the acrobatics. I didn't see it because that number was gigantic. Yeah, no problem. You can absolutely parkour your way over from like the gate over to that spot there.
Yeah, and it looks like I'm landing like right behind Merp.
Yes.
And I sort of like go, "Jeez, new kid, what did you do?"
Oh my god! Oh, the music right now is just hitting me. Oh god!
I'm so sad right now. God.
Yeah, very sad music.
Is it?
Oh god,
It, like, God, I want to make an intelligence check for Karen because I'm not sure, just waking up, if she's gonna realize that like Bert is like taken over by something, or if Merp is just like new person that has betrayed us.
Yeah, she's waking up to it.
I'm waking up. I'm not seeing.
If you think she would take a second to try and figure out what's going on, you can give me an insight check. It would be your action because you're just like, what is happening? And you're like trying to assess the situation.
Yeah, I'll take that.
Right.
As in, I'll take that as my action.
Sure.
And use an insight check.
Okay.
Oh,
so that's
boy.
3.
Yeah, I rolled a 3, but I have a +8, so that's an 11.
Yep.
Is this hard?
It's just weird. Like I think because Merp's back is to you, there's a little bit of communication you're missing, and that's why it's like, what is happening? The unmistakable thing, however, is that Bert's eyes are fully red.
Bird eyes are fully red. Okay. Can I know this might be a stretch, but can I interact with objects, pick up Merp, and just drag them to the other side of me?
I think
I am
the
between...
bonus action. Yeah, I see where you're going for. The bonus action to manipulate an object is usually like a flick of a switch or something or other. Dragging a whole person would unfortunately.
I mean, he's like a quarter of a person.
Yeah, can she talk
very small
to Helkatla?
Okay,
but she is just waking up. She didn't roll great on the insight, so I think unfortunately you're a little limited this round.
All right, I'm a sort of like move myself to be like beside on the edge of the water, trying very carefully not to like go in because ew. And yeah, I'm a stay there and just I'm gonna just stay there at the edge of the water and just like try to interpose myself as much as I can. And that's my turn.
All right. Sounds good. And at the end of your turn, it brings us to... I clicked the wrong button. I was like, why did it go back? Okay. That brings us to the rat guy, who's going to use his athletics to kind of bound up towards you. Or acrobatics is the word. Words are hard. Excuse me.
Words is hard.
Words is hard. Oh man. Okay. So, bounding up from this one, how much movement is that for him? Yes, he does have enough. In a rather incredible feat of athleticism, you watch as this rat just kind of naturally bounds up to the first tier, which is like almost a 20-foot jump, and then bounds up once more and kind of like scurries up the side of that tier that you're on, beside Merp, who's getting whacked by Bert. And once he's up to you, he's just hi, and he's gonna put both his hands against you and try and shove you against the wall. So he needs to make an attack, and he has 3 attack rolls. So he's using each of his attacks to shove you. So if they land, he's not doing damage. He's just trying to push you back. So I will roll his regular attacks, and we will see what happens. So give me just 1 second. Well, I'll just say he's not biting you. He's just trying to push. But I imagine a 27 hits. And from here, it's a contested strength check, I believe. Or actually, you might be able to use acrobatics. I have to double check. Give me 1 second. Because he's just making a shove attack.
All right, so they're trying to shove me back into Merp right now?
No, back against the wall. Let me see. Okay, all right. So you get the choice of athletics or acrobatics, which is what I thought. So go ahead and roll an acrobatics check for me, please.
Okay, so what direction are they shoving me right now?
Hold on 1 second. Yeah, exactly. Thank you.
Okay.
Red arrow, which I assume is Nenners.
So that is like through Merp. They're trying to shove me
like
through
behind
Merp.
him.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let me roll some acrobatics then to try to avoid that.
Yep. Ooh. Oh my god, it's a contested. You guys actually matched. I don't know what happens when that happens, so I'm just gonna say we have to roll again. So one more time.
Who has more strength?
Roll with advantage. Yeah.
Let's go, Karen. I didn't know to say that.
Yes. That's great.
All right. Anything
Just
but
gotta-
a natural one. We can do this.
Yeah.
I believe in you. Roll 20.
Oh
That's what's up. That's what you needed.
So he comes up and puts his sort of clawed paws on you, but you just like they make connection, but you can describe how you'd like to say you dodge and like maneuver around it so he doesn't actually push you forward at all.
Yeah, I think that like Karen is just like groggy, middle of wake up, has found herself thrust into combat, and is like feeling this person like try to move them. She's trying not to move because like I'm trying to like still like not interrupt my short rest, and now like she's just gonna be like bad, like do some like very swift like training movements to bat the arms away, and like look up at the end of that and see you again. And just like, yeah, just really tired of this person. Like, thought we already stomped you. I like it's already back around to less than 2 hours later. But I guess you still have 2 more like attacks
he's
if
still
you'd like.
going to attempt. Oh, 19 doesn't hit you, if I remember correctly. And neither does another natural one, baby! Really straight trash against Karen. The legend continues.
Yeah, this rat, cats are the natural enemy. Like truly. And this rat is unable to touch. And it's just like seeing this rat like on the second and third attempts just be like, what was the plan here? Huh? What are you trying to do?
You just get kind of sprayed as he just at you, and just spittle comes out of his mouth before he kind of repositions. But that's going to be his whole turn.
See, now I'm wet. See, now
Yep.
I'm wet,
Yep.
and
Oh, no.
that was the last straw. Like,
Die.
fuck the short rest. We're doing this. Okay.
I don't give a shit. All right, so with that, that's the end of his turn. Merp, you are up. There's some commotion behind you, and there's a very angry barbarian in front of you. Or not angry, but confused.
He's gonna be like, burp, and then click his heels together, and use his boots of the winding path, and teleport my whopping 15 feet back over here. And when he gets there, he's kind of like just takes out the aims with the other crossbow that he has, and like clicks a button, and you watch as like a cylinder rotates another round into it, and he's going to fire his subtle cricket, burning a charge at Bert.
Really?
He's
No.
angry.
Let's go.
So he's, let's see, I have to make an attack roll with this thing, and they just made it. Where is it? There it is. Okay.
I find this justified.
I don't. This number seems wrong. Hold on, let me just double check. One range 26 plus 1 proficient. Yeah, that's what it should be.
Whoa. Yeah.
That's a 17. So that's
Mhm.
hold on. It's not Melf's, that's an arrow. Why did I roll that? Hold on, that's wrong. It's a 17 plus 10. It's a 26. So I'm assuming it hits anyway.
Yeah. That
I'm
you know
gonna
the
just
natural
roll
19.
this
That's super
and
hits.
then
Or 17, excuse me.
click the damage.
Mhm.
It did it calculate that right?
I have no idea.
I think it did. Why is this all janky?
I don't know why there's no like.
Oh,
definition to
okay. I
it,
see
but
what
that's
it
okay.
did. All right. So it rolled 1d6 plus dex. Yeah. Okay. So that is correct because I so you take 17. You get pushed back 5. I have to make a strength save.
Yeah, see if you go back at all. Yeah.
Fight back where?
Yes.
Which direction?
In that direction, correct.
So he pulls out 5%. It hits you with so much force. Your massive self gets pushed back 5 feet. I get launched. I think it's 10.
I think so.
Hold on.
Did you
Yeah,
stand up, or are you still prone and just
Five
slide
this
across
way
the
or
ground?
what?
You must succeed in
I think he's standing,
a strength saving throw or be knocked prone.
Oh my god.
So I go flying back, hit the wall, and I'm prone. The first shot.
You
but I
hit
kind of
the
accomplished
wall.
my goal because now I'm far away from you. I do have my movement, although it's halved because of said prony.
But
so
you did also touch the wall, which means I need a wisdom saving throw from you as the rats swarm
What?
around you.
Are you? I have 9 hit points, woman. Really?
No!
How you gonna do this to me?
touching the
She's the
wall.
worst.
Is this where it ends for Bert and Merp?
I think so.
Merp and Bert?
Who's? I'm in the aura, right?
I hope
You are
so.
in the
I don't know where
aura.
We're gonna
You
find
are
new party
indeed.
members down here.
Well, I just rolled a
Yeah.
natural 1. I'm due for a nice one.
I'm
Thank
looking
you.
forward to the spin-off
Plus
series.
whatever her aura is.
Flying colors, baby. Yeah.
Awesome.
For a second, as you kind of hit that back wall, the spectral rats seem to kind of like crawl over you for just a second. And if anyone were kind of watching him, they would see that as he got hit, a little bit of red started creeping in towards the sides of his eyes, but he just kind of blinks it away, and you are unaffected. So carry on with the rest of your turn.
He's going to scooch away from the wall, but in a safe place. I think that's 15. Did I do that right? No, I did not. There you go. That's 15.
There you go, yeah.
Okay, so he's going to be there, dusting himself off more or less, and trying to find his healer's kit. That's the end of his turn. And look back, like, like
No! That's breaking my heart.
Yeah.
I know. Also, Dubs is home. Hi, say hi.
Greetings.
Salutations.
Double up again.
He can't hear you guys, but he was making motions at me, so I was like, hello, yes. All right, at the end of your turn, that brings us to Noel, which I keep pushing the wrong damn button and making it start at the beginning. Now it's on Noel. There we go.
All right. Well, I appreciate you giving me some wiggle room because my plan had to be perfect, and there was definitely some room for it to not be perfect. So this is good.
Noel, if you got to take him out, you got to take him out, okay?
I'm gonna run here, And we're gonna do a series of rolls now, you and me, Kit. And I need you to emulate Fooz's crit failing.
Okay.
I'm going to use my attack to shove upon you. So I need you to roll real crap while I roll much better than you.
Okay. Okay.
I rolled pretty good.
Give me your energy. Come on.
Ooh, yeah. That's a natural 19.
So roll your athletics or acrobatics. I have to assume athletics is better for you.
Let me check. My athletics are way better, so I'm rolling acrobatics.
No, you have to roll what you would be good at. However,
That's
you
all
rolled
right.
a natural 2, so it doesn't matter.
So you're shoved 5 feet
Yes.
back.
Yeah.
And I
Yep, there you go.
continue. And now
One
we're
more
gonna. I can split the attack action to do my bonus action and go back to my attack action. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd say you can.
Then this lovely little minotaur feature that we like to call hammering horns. My horns
Oh,
are
shit.
hammering. Mean that in this time I roll nothing. You have to make a strength save
Ow.
equal to 8 plus 7 is 15. So make a real crap strength save.
My strength is +8, my dude.
I know. That's why I'm telling you to make a real crap one.
Okay.
Find the
Nurse,
natural
give me the
one
energy.
deep inside.
Keep
I'll
that
try to
spirit
do it.
fine.
Spirit bomb me. Spirit bomb me. Come on.
Inside.
Come on. Okay, the bad energy here. Let's go.
What?
Yes! Yes! My gift from me to you, the low roller energy. And I did all this first so I can narrate appropriately.
Let's go.
Yeah.
And again, thank you for pushing him, because I had to do both of those and use my other action to attack. Because now you're shoved 10 feet back over the edge. So it's just a reaction, but no! And then I'm gonna do that like thing where you see like the you drag the foot before you charge. Because I am very much a bull on at least from the waist down and also in the face. And then just a head down charge. And we're gonna turn the whole thing into hammering horns and just kind of just push until you just fly off the back. And I'm just gonna hope
so
that
much.
there's not lethal spikes or toxic poisonous water. I'm just hoping that this works out.
Bert, give me a dexterity saving throw, because you're landing. He's pushing you 10 feet, and where you're landing is like the lip of an edge where you might keep falling. So give me a saving throw to see if you can.
No, this is good. We need him out of the fight.
All right, so from your roll down the tiers, I rolled really well. I'm sorry. You take 9 points of bludgeoning damage as Noel sends you flying over the edge and down into the water below. The water here is about the same height, so it's about 2 feet. You are prone, but I imagine you're fine. You're not like your head's not underwater. You're just kind of prone in this water
How much
at
did
the
Murph
moment.
hit me with earlier?
I don't think did Murph do damage? Oh no, he did do damage. He did.
I did.
31.
17? No, it wasn't that high.
Oh, 17. I'm at 31 right now.
Yeah, you hit him for 17, and then
you
just took another 9. And I don't think he was healed back to full. I don't quite remember.
No,
I'm
at 31 right now. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
Okay.
Both alive.
He's away from the fight, and importantly, does not have spider climb. That only used.
Okay. So yeah.
15.
Also,
Well, you know what?
Bert, roll me a wisdom saving throw.
Okay. This time I think we want to succeed. Okay.
That was
Spear bomb. Okay.
I feel like I shouldn't touch you if you want to roll well. So I'm gonna keep my hands to myself.
Wisdom saving throw?
Correct. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, unfortunately, nothing changes.
Okay.
So you are there. Noel, sorry, continue with the rest of your turn.
That all works out perfectly with movement. Thanks to level 6, I have the extra 5 feet I need to just draw my greatsword and go, you again. And then
time for me to beat your ass.
And
Time to get jumped by a completely different person.
Spirit of Bird, I will use the -5 Great Weapon Master. We're feeling it.
We're going for it.
Nope.
No, we're not.
Oh, no, unfortunately.
Oh, no.
You can't roll
Was
a
that
3.
2 or
You can't
3?
roll an effectively -2.
unfortunately, as
All
you
right.
kind of. Sorry, go ahead.
I'm gonna use the D6.
Just so you know, the
Well-
D6, even if you rolled max, would only
Right.
bring him to a
It's not
12,
11.
which doesn't
It's a
hit.
6 because that's a minus
Yeah,
5.
because it's an
Oh,
11
5,
minus
yeah.
5. Yeah,
Yep.
exactly.
Never mind.
Yeah, that got me too. The first time the minuses, I was like, "Oh, that's fine." Oh no, it's not.
Nah,
Yeah.
if you had a D20, then maybe we could do something with that, but that's all right.
Mhm.
So that's action and bonus action and moving. That's all the things that make up a turn. So I'm done.
That was a fucking amazing turn.
I'm
Oh, yeah.
pleased with it.
That was awesome.
That brings us to Hakatla, which there's fucking chaos on the other end. And a
she's
very hurt
going
burp behind you.
She's definitely going to assume that they got this. So, where's the button?
Help Merp.
Yeah, that is
Aw.
the button.
The hand.
And there go my spell slots.
It's for Merp. It's okay.
Yeah, no, I
Here you
understand.
have your
Th- this
spell
is-
slots. Da-da-da-da.
Ba-da-ba-da-ba. So she's gonna move one next to him and do cure wounds. What the fuck? Do a roll 1d8 plus spell
should be able
casting
to-
ability.
You should
Oh,
be able
yeah,
to click the spell.
If you
and
just click it, it should
roll
roll
out.
for
It
you.
might ask you what level you want it at,
Yes.
but just click OK, and then there you go.
Yeah.
Is that max?
Oh,
Nice.
shit,
That's max
that's
healing,
max
baby.
heal.
That's
Oh,
max
man.
healing.
Well done.
All right, that has gotten you a decent amount.
Merp is
I'm
very grateful.
I'm gonna. And she says to him, "That's all I have for now. I must budget." And then she moves. Oh, sorry. I should show everyone where I'm going. Here, 30 feet. Yeah, she's gonna move there, and then she says, "Please, to Merp, please come as quickly as you can."
Yeah.
You would be
Oh,
able to
that's
get
35.
there if
Okay.
yeah, because it's touch for cure wounds, so you have to like walk up to him and
No,
then
you're
walk
right.
away.
You're right.
Yeah.
You're right.
That's all good. That's all good.
Okay, so I will be there.
Mhm.
I'll be there. No. And then she that was my action. I
Yes,
do
you
not have my action and my movement. I don't think I have oh, I do. I have a bonus action. I would like to use this harness divine power and gain a spell slot
Yay, buddy. Yep.
Nice.
no higher than half your proficiency bonus, which is a 1.5
Right, which would be it rounds up
Caps it at
from
level
it
1,
goes
so
to
you're good.
2.
Yeah.
Yeah,
two.
but
Okay.
right, you can get a spell slot of 1 or 2 back if you whatever you prefer.
2. I mean, sorry, 1.
You also don't need to tell me. I appreciate it. You're
I
very,
get
very
one.
sweet.
Well,
like as long as
I
you
don't know what
you're
I'm
getting.
doing. This is the first time I did this, so I'm like, am I doing it?
It's all good. You're good.
Okay.
You're doing great. You're doing
So
great.
I think so. I was down to 0 for my level 1 spell slots, and I gained 1 level 1 back. Right?
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Sounds
I'm
good.
just. All right. So action, bonus action, movement. I'm done.
All right. Very well done. And Bert, you are prone in the water quite a distance down from your friends. But you will stand and go attack the closest of your teammates who are also glowing that sort of subtle glow that you saw on Merp. They seem to still
Does,
kind of
does
have
this
that blue
glow
shadow.
enrage him, or what's going on here?
You
How does
would
the glow
yeah,
make
actually,
him feel?
The glow doesn't enrage you. It's more, it seems almost like it's highlighting a target for you.
Oh,
Almost like they have a bullseye on them.
okay.
And you'll notice the rat, who is there with you, does not seem to have the blue at all.
Does he have any
seems
color
to
at all?
He seems to fade into the red surrounding. He's a little bit brighter, just so you can like pick him out from the background, but otherwise he is also red.
All right.
Oh,
so
also, I'm sorry, hold on. One more other point of detail that I completely forgot to mention. The rats that are running along the walls, you now see them in full beautiful detail. Each and every one of them seems to have some kind of like golden helmet along their faces, and the rest of their body seems to be fully red. But as they're sort of just running along, every now and then one of them kind of turns their head and looks at you and like squeaks and then continues running. But they don't interfere with you. But before, they didn't look in your direction at all. Like they didn't acknowledge anybody. But now they actually seem to be kind of like looking at you. But you see those along the walls.
Can I follow the rat?
So, what was that?
Can I follow the rat?
You can, but you don't feel the urge to. You feel the urge to attack your blue, unfortunately, aura friends at the moment.
Okay.
So, bonus action rage for me, and then make 2 athletics checks as you're going to try and bound your way back to them.
Okay. Here we go with the rage. Hold up. Rage is on.
Reg. The reg is on.
I only had 2 left. Okay. And now I'm rolling athletics?
Yeah, with advantage because you are raging.
No.
You don't got to remember all the rules, Foos. I'm just saying. That's a lot.
But maybe disadvantage again because the walls are slippery.
You got a point. You got a point.
Yeah.
He unfortunately makes no problem. I do appreciate the efforts for cheese here. But Bert, you bound in that direction and you have a new target, which is Karen.
No.
I feel like
Actually,
I
I
heard
feel
2 athletics
good
checks
about
a second ago, and I only see
should be-
1.
You are correct. No, you are correct. I need 2 athletics checks.
Yay.
Thank you. That was
You
for
can
the
double
first
crit
round.
fail.
Thank you.
You can double crit
you.
fail. It can happen.
He's trying. He's
If it
trying.
were me, it would happen. Be me.
Okay.
Or be Netters. I've seen how you roll. I don't
Give
want
him the energy.
Oh,
Let's go.
Oh.
No, it's the
No,
truth. It's just
to.
funny.
The DC was 15. I could feel it, Foos.
The problem is that was a deception roll, and if you add an 8 to that 14,
Look, that's just science, and we don't have to apply that here.
You was trying to deceive the
Sorry.
wall. That's just,
Sorry, hit
you
the wrong
know.
one. 8. Oh,
no,
God,
don't
damn it.
worry. You
Yeah.
don't need to roll again. If ever there's a mistaken roll, we just add the correct
No, I
modifier.
know. Sorry about that. Sorry.
You're okay,
Also,
you're
Look, it only
I
adds
will
up if you add
ask
it up.
Bert what Bert's speed is.
Bird speed is 30.
Doesn't have enough speed to get 40 feet anywhere without dashing.
He's jumping vertically up, so it's not quite the same movement as like going straight across.
There's one
I
I'm
do-
looking at him.
Move
It smacks him
40
in the
feet
face.
and your speed is 30 feet. But that's fine.
That's-
I know, like,
You're the boss.
no, you're good. I also do movement weird. I know that. Like my originals kind of know. If someone like leaps, I usually don't count the movement while they're in the air. So if they land, then I'm like, then your movement picks up again. So that's usually how I do it, and I know that's unusual, so I apologize. But you do give a good point in that we do have some new people here.
Be that
so
as it may or not be that, Foos. Bert can't do that math. So as far as he knows, he used all his movement.
Bert can. Let's go. Well, how about this, Bert? I will leave it in your hands once again. Not at advantage, but roll me just a dex check, and we'll see if it's fast enough. I'll say that he scrambles up in time. If he does not, then he will stay at the very edge of that lift.
Dexterity check. Okay, come on. Fail. God fucking
It
hell.
was a check. That's a save, but an 18 is very high. So,
Okay, that's a save.
yeah. No, you're good. It's actually wait. Does your say no? You don't have dexterity bonus or proficiency to dexterity. Yeah, you're fine. You make it. I need you to take 2 swings against Karen, please. She tried
I mean,
real
it's gonna
hard
be
to not get
anybody.
hit.
That's the person you're least likely to hit, at least.
All right.
There's
Karen, Karen, be awesome, okay?
She is awesome.
She is awesome.
There you go.
That misses.
Nice.
Yay!
One more. Ah, God.
Oh,
Jesus.
You know what? That adds up. You got about a 50-50 shot of hitting.
Karen.
The numbers don't lie.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
This was supposed to be a perfect playthrough for you, Anita. I'm sorry.
All right. As this is, yeah, go ahead. Yeah,
Oh,
so
God damn it.
18 points of damage. Whew. As this is happening, Bert, you feel as though like your emotions and what you would like to do is just like backseated right now. If you've seen the movie Get Out, you're in a sunken place pretty much. And you're just watching your body go through these motions while you're helpless to stop.
Give me a second. 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 Give me a second.
Sure.
Okay, go for it. Go for it. Go for
I
it.
got 2. That was it. All right. So that was your bonus action, all your movement, and your action. You are done.
You were so nice when I first met you. Oh God.
Karen, it is your turn.
Oh God.
First, I want Bert to make a wisdom save.
Oh shit.
If Bert, like, can Bert, like,
yeah.
is that a thing? At the end of the turn, does Bert make the wisdom save to break out of it?
Unfortunately, it's not the end of his turn. It's if he takes a certain amount of damage.
Oh. Okay. So have we discovered this? Like, Bert gets hurt, we get another wisdom save?
It was probably hard to notice because when he saved, he was just kicked down like 2 tiers of light and then splashed into the water. And that was when he was fighting it.
Wait a minute.
Let's see.
Didn't Merp hit him with the bolt?
He did not reach the threshold with that.
Oh, so it adds up. Okay.
Yes. I will let you guys know, just for transparency, there has to be 20 points of damage done in a certain period of time for that to click. So Merp did
Goddamn, I would've
16,
shot him
and then
again.
right after that, the falling damage kicked him over the 20 points. So that was why you rolled at that point.
You were so close, Nenners.
No, I had to get away. I
get
couldn't.
you. I get you. I get you.
All right. Let me see. What can I do here?
Beat his ass. If you got it, you got it.
I could, but
Self-preservation. I need self-preservation.
Just real quick, add some key points to your sheet and then stunning strike.
I have 1 key point.
You add a couple more.
From the level up.
Foos, I'm distracting you. Was that enough time? I can keep going.
Did Karen complete her nap? Did we?
No, she was very close. She did not.
All right. So
Yeah, good move.
I got this thing called the mobile feat.
Hell yeah.
Kick his ass and heal
So-
it. Plenty thing.
When I make a melee attack against a creature, I don't provoke opportunity attacks
Correct.
from the creature for the rest of the
Yes.
turn. I know that Bert is really can keep somebody in place with an opportunity attack. So I'm gonna just throw a half-hearted punch. Because Bert is not Karen's chief concern right now. That rat got her wet. And she hates that. We're going to unarmed strike
Let's go. Yep.
on Bert.
Yeah.
Oh, wait.
He's 17.
Oh, 17. Okay.
Yeah, you don't need exactly. If you accidentally, it's all good. We just use the first one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wait, no, that's not right. I have to do this. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, you take 4 bludgeoning damage since you're
Exactly, 'cause
raging.
You're raging. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. And Karen's not focused on that. Karen knows that I can't punch this person. They're really mad. So we're moving over this way. I thought we've been through this lesson already, old man.
Time to beat your ass. Let's go.
How many times do we have to teach you this lesson, old man? We're hitting with the quarterstaff. We're doing it at advantage, I think.
At advantage?
Yeah.
You are, yes.
Absolutely.
And
Because that was a natural 20, baby.
Pull the card.
Let's go. Oh, we don't use the cards in this, but go ahead and click the damage.
yeah, I hate that
Oh,
guy.
you deflated poor Bog.
I know, we did that last time. I don't know why she suddenly forgot.
I forget everything.
That's a good point.
Remembering things is for other people. It's fine.
Yeah. That's why we have calendars and reminders
Yes.
and shit on the phone to do that shit.
I like that it's for other people. It's just like some people could do that, but not me.
Not me. Nope. I worry about other things. Like
All right, so
anxiety.
15, got it. What is he doing?
I have another thing that I can do as an open hand monk. I'm sorry, it's taking a long time. Like, but flurry of blows, no. It is not the flurry of blows. It is the open hand technique that I will click.
Yes.
And yeah, I can choose one of these effects. Yeah, I'm gonna choose the Dex. Well, I'm gonna. Yeah, damn it. I am going to spend a key point, flurry of blows. My last key point to flurry of blows this guy, and see what happens.
Okay. So I will have to use. He has to dex save to not get knocked down. Was that correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Dex save to not be prone.
Okay, to not be prone. Do you know what your DC is?
It is 16.
Oh!
Yeah, that'll do it.
It's 21.
So there goes my last key point. Takes 7 more damage, and then I get 1 more unarmed strike.
You're not gonna knock him down, but you're gonna beat his ass.
Yeah.
Oh man. Ah!
I'm gonna do that.
I don't like that on that one. Yeah, okay. Hold on a second. So that's 10, 17. Okay.
So yeah, 17 plus 15, that's 32 points of damage. And I'm given the guy with the great sword advantage. Because I really don't like this. Yeah, that's it. That's the turn.
Woo! All right. That was a great turn. You always beat my rat boy's ass. He shows up and Karen's giving him the business. Also, just so you guys know,
Rat boy always steps to Karen. Like out of everyone in the battlefield, it's Karen. It's giving
true.
lack of self-preservation skills.
Okay. So from here, I'm just letting everyone know this is from like a meta perspective. When we finish this round of combat, we're gonna end for the night because we're almost at 9. So we're gonna run our way through everyone's turn, and then we will close up there. So the rat guy, very much surrounded, is gonna take a second. That's his bonus action, right? That's his bonus action. Okay. A very specific amount of things have to be done in a very specific amount of time. But he looks towards Helkatla, who has just arrived, and he's going to reach out against you.
No, fuck off. No.
Oh, it's a nice terrible roll for you there.
That is a.
He does get.
19 hit? Hold on.
You got a shield, girl, right? You got a shield?
I have my armor class is 18.
18. So that does hit.
What the shit, girl? What happened?
Are you not wearing plate armor?
You don't have plate?
I do have plate.
Then your
Some
DC is
plate. I have
20.
chainmail.
You get 20.
It should be 20.
Oh, if it's chainmail, then it is 18.
Oh, yeah, so she has chainmail. She
I have
doesn't have
chainmail.
plate. She has
Okay.
chain. Okay. Yeah.
Man, we're going shopping after this.
Listen, we gotta be back. She has to take a nap. We gotta get armor. You
Wait.
understand?
How long is this rat's reach?
It's 5 feet. Yeah.
I don't see the icon on the map. I haven't seen it all. It's great. I can just see where you guys are like positioning around it. So like I know.
You really can't see him?
I can't see it. I haven't reloaded the page. I still can't see it.
Isn't Helkatla like a little farther away?
No, it's
right next to me.
No,
diagonal
right
is
next
5
to it.
feet.
Oh,
So he's just attacking diagonally.
Maybe
We
I'm
use
not seeing the
diagonals.
right map
Yeah.
either. Hold on, let me.
Oh, so maybe it hasn't updated. So does it look like he's here
Rush.
instead? Oh no, okay, that's fine. Don't worry about it. But yeah, he is diagonal from her at the moment. Okay,
I see that on
just
my
making
map.
Sure. He's also gonna try and push you.
Oh,
so
wait.
I need
Uh,
a.
with that
Push me.
bite attack, I'm gonna roll my d6.
Oh, against it.
Oh,
Yeah,
shit.
that
Bad.
That brings that down to a 15, which super misses Elkatla. Do you want to say that Karen kind of interfered with him a little? To like pull his tail, tip him off balance a little bit?
Yeah. That's a good suggestion. Pulls his tail.
Yay!
And in doing so, you gotta and the bite goes wide, thankfully. But he's
you're gonna pick a fight with me, and then you're gonna turn your back. That's cute. That's cute.
I love Angry Karen. She's probably my favorite. Okay, this is his last attempt because he has 3. Let me make sure he has 3. Okay, I'm not crazy. Here we go. Fucking misses. Doesn't matter. Roll straight garbage. That's the way we like it. So he misses all. His bonus action, 15 feet in a straight line. I think it has to be. Okay, so he's gonna go that way. All right, so you watch him kind of like crouch down once again, and a little bit of darkness kind of ebbs out from around him, and he starts kind of weaving his way between legs, as you have seen him do it before. But running past Helkatla and Noel, I will need dexterity saving throws from the 2 of you. Don't forget, Noel, you are in Helkatla's aura.
Do we get an attack of opportunity?
You do not. This is a move. It's not like him walking through you. And also, he is immune to.
What is the bonus to Helkatla's thing?
I think it's a 5.
5. It should be plus. Fuck. Where's my aura? 1 second. I'm reading.
I'm pretty sure you
It's
don't
whatever
have
your
points of
charisma, I think, bonus
I think
is,
it's
right?
4.
Yeah.
Charisma?
Charisma.
4.
Yes. What is your charisma modifier? It's a 4. Add 4.
Okay.
Thank you.
The large font number. Okay.
Yes. Yeah. Fucking. The 2 of you managed to kind of scurry out of the way, thankfully. So you guys will take half damage. Ooh, good thing I rolled really well. Okay. So instead, you guys take 8 points of necrotic damage as he rushes past the 2 of you. And from that, he is going to scurry his way onto the wall, and I'm going to do the patented kit maneuver, which is he's upside down as he's kind of scurrying. He's towards the ceiling, but he hasn't quite made it yet. He's probably like 10 feet off the ground, but he is up
Kit
there.
maneuver.
The kit maneuver. All right, and that brings us to Merp.
Okay, so this is going to be like a scene out of Predator. He's going to take his healing, his med kit out and start like wrapping some of his wounds. His hands are bloody. Does he see that rat moving?
The humanoid rat?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Do I have a shot from that angle? Because I might change my tactic real quick.
Yes, I think you do.
Okay.
I think if you lean.
I mean, he'll move if he has to. But yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
I just wanted to say, like, all right. So he was loading. He had like a vial of healing. He was loading into his crossbow to shoot into himself. But instead, he's going to take out one that looks like glitter, like kind of golden glitter in a glass, and then loads that one. Looks at it and fires. He's casting fairy fire on that creature.
So I need a dex save.
Yep. And
actually, I need a dex fail from you.
I know. This is why I get nervous, because I always roll really well against letters, and I want to roll poorly, but this is the one time we're gonna roll like a natural 20 against this shit, and it's not my fault. I'm not trying
all the time. It's okay. It's all right. He's gonna roll his healing kit thing.
I'll fucking do it.
Is you serious?
I'm sorry.
I don't think you are. Do you see this abuse? Do you see this abuse? Fucking ridiculous.
We gotta do your brother like this.
Oh,
I could be a level 20 wizard, and she would have beaten that.
I'm very sorry.
Ridiculous.
I'm very sorry.
Somehow I missed with my lovely shot. That's kind of the fun part about being Raj for a second to say I missed. But he doesn't want to be anywhere near this creature, and he blew his chance to heal, so he's going to hang out back here. This gate is down, right? Oh no, that's where all the water is, right?
I apologize. There's actually it's a very interesting visual for you. as you kind of like turn the corner. Also, by the way, are you still the only source of light because you just left everyone else in the dark? I'm just making sure that I know.
Yeah, because I got my ass whooped before the fight even
I'm just
started.
making sure. It's fine. I'm just making sure because from where you were, I was like, "There's enough light for them to kind of catch things, and it's not a big deal." But if you're like all the way over there, then it's going to be a problem. All right, so you guys are in the dark. But Merp, while you're there, you get a very interesting visual as like that short part of the hallway that you guys were in is now completely submerged in water. It is just head to the top of it, just water, all of it. But it also seems to just kind of stop at this invisible space between you and where you are standing. So you're like, okay, that's just water, and you are now in this corner.
Actually, hold on. Let me just double check something real quick. How often can I use those damn boots? Yeah, there's nothing stopping me from doing it again. I would change my movement if I could. I'm being a Momo.
Okay, what would you like to do instead?
All right, so I was like here-ish.
Oh, I don't remember.
So if I
you did have to move a little bit for the shot, right? And was it there? So you probably.
So I would have moved like 5 here anyway. That's
right.
I'm going that direction. Anyway.
Right here is fine.
Oh no, but freaking Bert is over there.
I'm sorry.
Oh!
He gets to sound so excited, like, oh, there's Bert! Like, oh god.
Okay, so he would do that then. He's gonna move his 30 down here and then bamf the other 15 to the other side of Helkatla.
Okay. All right. Sure. Not the problem.
And my turn. Thank you.
Okay, so Helkatla, this kobold just kind of like scurries between you and the wall, like not touching the wall, of course, but just kind of scurries back into place.
Because my boots.
Teleports. He's think as he comes around the corner. So that brings us to Noel.
Okay. A couple ideas, but one is significantly darker than the others, so I think I'm gonna stick to the higher fun fantasy thought. It's still violent, but it's acceptable. I'm gonna move underneath him, and if he's 10 feet up, the space directly below him puts me within 5 feet, right?
Correct.
That's
and
how
you're
math
a big
works.
tall boy, and you have a big long sword. You can hit my rat boy on the wall.
And I'm gonna not mess around with a -5. We're just gonna swing. Wow.
Swing.
And then we're gonna swing again.
Oh!
Whoa.
What is happening? The wheels are off the bus.
This is just me. This is just how I live D&D time.
No.
But I've got one last potential.
Okay. Let's go. What is it?
I like to call it hammering horns. Doesn't say I have to hit shit. I just have to make an attack. No shit, I do have to hit shit. I can't read. Never mind. I'm not gonna
Attack
hammer
on
anything.
your turn.
I just read attack. Okay, I don't have to hit
Unfortunately,
anything.
yeah.
Well, in that case, he's just gonna whatever. But no, I have to use the dash action. I was like, I'm gonna triple check my reading. I was like, okay, I can also attack as a bonus action if I move far enough, but I have to dash specifically, so I can't all 3 attacks. And he's not next to himself for my ranger thing. So I think
yeah, you can't attack him.
that might just be double check this.
So
That's
sad.
the next time I hit, so it doesn't help
You
me.
jump up and pull him down.
Well, I did think about grappling him and then just holding him under the water, but that felt grim. So
That's what you gotta do, man. Lock him up.
Instead, that is what I did. I'm good with a sword on paper. Just not every time. And that's
hey,
okay.
look, the like hundreds of rats that you murdered on the roof say otherwise.
I mean, sure, but anybody can kill rats.
Those rats disappeared. They weren't even real rats.
That's all right. I'm not here to kill things. I'm here to roll low and make treasured memories with friends.
Yeah.
You can't take that away from me, Food.
On the roll low.
All right, that's it.
Okay.
I'm out of.
Last turn here, Helkatla. It is your turn.
What the fuck do I do? All right. So I was just like, what is happening? Okay. Okay. I have like 5 things I could potentially do. If I move, can I move here?
That
this
is
the wall?
the wall. Unfortunately, that is wall.
All right, and then I'm assuming that this is like a lip or something like that.
Yeah, there's a tiny lip, but it's not like alarming.
And there's no way I could like jump to reach it and hit it, right?
I could give you a jump. You wouldn't have both of your attacks, but you would be able to get one attack off before you were out of range again.
Okay. Why not?
I mean, you should also be able to get underneath them. There should be 2, 3 squares that are adjacent underneath, right?
She should. The problem is her character's 5'5".
I can take a knee.
Get on up, girl.
I was just a distraction for the real attack.
I mean, okay.
Let's see.
Like, do you?
If you want to, I'll say if you want to burn your reaction, you could support her in a way that could
drop to a knee so you can get a hit. Mount me. Do it.
Oh boy.
I like that. All right.
All right, go ahead and move.
The eyebrows. That's what sells it.
Take your 2 attacks. Let's go.
Right. Can I move there or should I move here? Foos.
That's fine. Yeah, right there is good.
Okay. All right. Do attack.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All of our normal. Okay. Oh shit.
Oh. Okay.
You don't have bless anymore, but the second one absolutely hits.
Bless.
Yeah, poor Art.
I apologize for that.
Okay.
All right, now I have it off. I would like to smite. Put on a smite.
Might do it.
Smite just for you.
Smite that one, and I think I have a button. I do not have a button. 2d8. Here we go. I should have a button. You programmed a button.
Except,
Is
boy,
it
be a
maybe
fiend.
3d8 if it's a
It
fiend?
is.
Perfectly
3d8.
established. I don't know how many
3d8
how high level spell slot you got to go, but you get an extra d8 because it's a rat think. All right.
That's the help. That's the help. Don't get to roll your damage.
Oh, fuck. Button. Bludgeoning. Okay. Let me see. Action. And then give me 1 second. Number.
How did you
10.
roll a 24 on my saves? Hey, what the fuck is that?
I knew it was coming too. I was like, he's gonna do this thing. I'm gonna roll really high, and he's gonna hate me again. And I'm not trying to do it on purpose.
Oh, God.
I think that's all I can do because I have my action and my bonus action and.
And don't forget to keep track of your spell slot.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
My next campaign with you, Foozca. Oh, sorry.
And that one I do use a spell slot, right? Yeah, I do. Okay. I don't know.
Yeah, that's the only thing you've used. I'm just making sure you know that
Okay.
that's how it works.
All right. So that's my action, bonus action, and
I'm sorry, I
movement.
just looked across the room and watched as Dubs put a whole muffin in his mouth while looking at me, as if establishing dominance. Okay, thank you. Okay.
And then the muffin. And you know, okay, that's all she can do for now. I don't think I can do anything else.
Okay. And with that will bring us back to the top of the round, which is where we are going to end the night. It just got a little more intense. My rat guy shows up, gets fucked up by Karen every time, keeping up with traditions.
This is why we take cat naps. This is why we take cat naps. Like,
that's not the problem. The problem is half of us can't roll above a 5.
That's very true.
Yeah, our rolls were not great this time.
It's not good at all. All right, so with this, this is just also a reminder to us and anyone watching. We will not be playing on the night of Halloween, which is next Monday. So we have next week off, and then we will be back And then we have 3 more episodes of Task Team M. And, we'll hopefully finish this up and it'll be very, very fun. So we have, I'm just getting all kinds of
exclusively cast magic.
That's not a terrible plan, to be quite honest. So with that, we should be back for Difficult Terrain and Legacy this weekend, as far as I know. And give me your whispers. Thank you for your votes for inspiration, and then we can let everybody go.
I almost wrote /GM. I'm like, what command is that? What kind of command is that?
Oh boy.
I almost read that vote out loud. Oh, and I should be researching who we are going to raid, because, as per usual, there's that wonderful moment at the end where I'm like, we're going to raid! Awkward silence. Hold on!
All
1,
right.
2, 3. Okay, missing.
Yeah, we need the inspiration.
Inspiration. That's exactly why I give it out, because when people are struggling. Thank you, Anita. I got yours.
By God, we were struggling.
Nice. Come on. What are you doing?
I doubt anyone's ever had cause to, but if I were to hypothetically have inspiration and crit, and then roll the inspiration and crit again,
we've had that, I think.
I think when people roll a nat 20, they don't bother rolling
I was
inspiration.
going to say, I doubt anyone's ever wasted inspiration like that.
Yeah, because it's just like, I did it.
I'm here thinking of glory, and I want to know,
Right.
do I get to crit again?
Oh my God. All right. Okay. It is shifting back over. Let me make sure I get the names correct before I... All right. We had a very tight race. Everyone gets votes. Everyone gets votes. It's awesome. Everyone loves each other, and it's amazing. But congratulations to Anita and Joe. The 2 of you are the new proud owners of inspiration for next
Hell yeah.
session.
More
when we
wisely
come
than I
back.
did.
It was a rough night for rolls, man. It was not good. All right. I'm looking at a few different streams, and like I said, if you have any suggestions for us to raid, let us know.
I have a suggestion, Foos. You remember when I DM'd for you guys on Friday, and I failed every single save? Every single save I failed. I never passed a single save. That's how you DM, Foos. That keeps the players happy. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not sure if
Keeps
you noticed,
sad.
but the last time I was the rat, I did real bad.
I failed
Also-
every one. Didn't pass a single one, Foos. That's how you got to do it.
I know that Girls Run These Worlds is having a stream right now.
They are, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, well, shit. Makes my life easier. Let's just do that. All right. Let me go raid. What are they doing? I don't even know. Start that raid.
All right. So when are we meeting for the trauma counseling
therapy
No,
session?
Trauma counseling.
It's kind of one continuous session in the Discord.
Yeah. where we send each other.
Victims Anonymous, yeah.
Is there going to be like a new channel that's just like Bruce's
When I was hurting yesterday, going through withdrawal symptoms, I came to you, and you all did your best to make it okay. I wasn't playing D&D, but I felt better.
Yep.
That's true.
And then
We're
Foos ruined
very
it because she
supportive
found a
group.
funny meme and it was just too good of timing to not say. Okay. Anyway, thank you all so much for being here. We're going to go run raid. Girls Run These Worlds. And we will see you another time. So,
Bye, everybody.
Good night.
Have a
Yeah.
great week. See you on Friday.